The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. We're just going to give it a couple of minutes just to make sure that everybody that registered for this webinar, give them enough time to join the meeting. Okay, so I think we should be ready to start in the next minute or so. I think we've got a few attendees that's still going to hop up. If you just don't mind, we'll just hang on so to just make sure everybody that want to see the special demo actually gets the full context and the full demo from start to finish. So just be patient with us. Just give us a couple of more minutes. We'll start in approximately 2 minutes. Okay, so let's get started quickly. First of all, I really want to thank you guys, everybody, to just take 30 minutes out of your time to join this special Sage 300 People coffee break demo. My name is Idal Novak. I work for Sage. I am a Sage sales account manager specializing in the payroll and HR field. And also with that, the product that I'm also going to showcase to you and tell you a little bit more about that. So if you are considering moving to Sage 300 People, I hope this will give you some insight on the product. If you're already on the product, that's great. Thank you for joining. Or if it's just for information's sake, also thank you once again for joining this webinar and seeing what Sage 300 People is all about. Okay, so Sage in numbers. I am sure you're all aware that we have more than 70% of the market share in South Africa. We have more than 64,000 Sage payroll and HR customers. We have more than 45 years experience in the field. We really are the experts in the Sage payroll and HR industry. And then we actually distribute, or not ourselves distribute, but we have people that distribute Sage payslips, more than 10 million payslips in South Africa per month. Now, that is only in South Africa. So my next slide I'm going to tell you more about, and you also see on this slide that we have a footprint in more than 44 African countries. So the next slide I'm going to show you where we have our footprint in. So there you can see we've got a local footprint in Africa. So the core localization, the green ones are where it's very easy to find. We have got a quick link. We can set up the tax modules and the tax legislation for those African countries. For Angola, Madagascar, Mauritius, Mozambique, it's literally just you get licensed for the tax country. In that country, if you have employees, maybe you do the payroll from South Africa, but maybe you've got a couple of employees in Mauritius, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria, all those things. That's really very quickly for us to set up. It's just with the tax module that you purchase from us. And then there must be some customer localization also that you can see the list there in South Sudan, Togo, Congo, and all those things. But it is doable. So you can also see there on the African map, the green areas where we really have a core localization, and it's very easy to set up by a business partner, once again, just by purchasing a tax module for that specific country in Africa. So on my next slide, I want to show you why Sage 300 People. And I'm sure that is the reason why you are all here today, to understand why, if you are considering purchasing it as a new purchase or migrating from an existing Sage product, what the why? And that is always the core question we need to ask. So Sage 300 People is an integrated, and I'm sharing the word integrated, giving a lot of attention to that, HR and payroll solution with ESS. So it delivers exceptional business efficiency without compromising on security and controls. One solution for payroll, managing your employees' confidential records and interactions with HR, while allowing your employees to engage with the solution themselves, which is, we call that ESS, or employee self-service. So what that helps is that's really that saves up on your admin time, making this product more an employee-focused product. So it saves you time, it saves your money, and it gives your workforce also some power in their hands to assist you in doing everything on your payroll and HR system. And that we will show you on the ESS product. So Sage 300 People is a powerful, highly configurable solution. You need to remember that our third party, our Sage business partners, can configure your payroll setup the way you want it to be set up. It ships with over 200 standard reports. So those are standard reports. You've got a global view of companies. So also what that means is if you've got various companies on your payroll system, you can actually consolidate those reports and just have on one report all the different companies or in the countries or however your structure in your company sets up, you can consolidate all those reports to have a global view of all your companies. The fantastic thing about reports, and this is fantastic, it can be scheduled. It's an automated way of sending the frequently requested reports. So for argument's sake, I always tell my clients, if you need to make sure that a certain report gets sent to your financial or your CFO on a Tuesday morning at 8:33 on the minute, you can actually automate those reports you can be on leave or anything, or if you're not in the office or you're in a meeting and that report needs to be on his desk at a Tuesday morning at 8:33, you can schedule that and automate those frequently requested reports. The nice thing also, notifications can be configured. So if you have contract workers and you need to remind them that their contract termination date it's coming close, there can actually be an alert or a notification that can be set. Or arguments like expiry of driver's licenses. If you're maybe in the transport industry and your employees has got driver's licenses, there can be an automated notification sent to your employees that their driver's license has expired. Also on Sage 300 People, security can be set up to field level security. So you don't need to worry about security roles, really at the field level. So we can set it up that only certain people have certain access to certain data and are authorized to do so or update certain areas, only according to the certain level of security that you want to give them access to. Every single action on Sage 300 People is recorded for detailed audit reports. So that is also, once again, for security purposes. You can exactly see who did when, at what time, what changes were made. Also, another fantastic thing about Sage 300 People, it's unlimited history. You keep one employee record for life. So what that means, it can also, if you have an employee that maybe needs to be reinstated, maybe they leave the company and they get reinstated, you have one button where you can just hit the button and all the employee's history records will come up. The nice thing also about that clients often ask is, what if I need to flag somebody that I don't want them to get reinstated again? There is actually an option there for that as well. You can flag and say that you should not reinstate the specific employee. But should you want to do it, it is seamless and very, very easy to do. So just once again, also, why am I wanting to choose Sage 300 People? It's a modern, powerful, flexible HR and payroll solution designed to meet the needs of medium to large businesses across any industry. It empowers the organizations to streamline HR processes, ensure legislative compliance, and gain real-time insights for better decision-making. Once again, it's scalable and cloud-ready solution. However, you don't need to be in the cloud if you don't want to. So it supports both on-premise solution and cloud deployments, or a hybrid solution if you maybe already have a cloud solution where you have all your other systems in your company. So it's very ideal for companies that's got multi-companies, multi-country, or complex structures. And it integrates your HR and your payroll platform. So what I always tell also my clients, it's one employee record for life. And not only that, it's one version of the truth. Together with us, or more than 200 standard reports, you've got real-time access to data for faster and more accurate decision-making. It's compliance and legislation confidence. We've got compliant with the South African tax, labor, and equity regulations, and it's got built-in statutory reporting. Added to that feature is your employee self-service. It empowers, which I have mentioned at the beginning of this webinar, it empowers your employees to manage their own leave, claims, and personal details. And that reduces admin for HR and increases transparency. It's highly configurable and modular. So the system is not stock standard. You can literally build it according to your business needs. So what we mean by that is you have got modules. So you've got payroll modules, you've got HR modules, you've got leave modules, performance management, training, skills, personnel management, all those kind of things. We've also got a strong implementation and partner ecosystem. I have mentioned partners previously. So what we will do is, if you do choose to purchase this product, we will have a third-party accredited, certified Sage partner that will implement the product for you, and they will make sure that everything is set up the way you need to. They are certified implementation partners from Sage. You can find all those implementation partners on our website as well, or you can just reach out to us if you are needing for a list of partners if you need to choose that. Okay, so I think I've spoken quite a lot about why Sage 300 People. So I just want to go to the next slide for you now. I just give you an idea about the reporting. So we have discussed the reporting, and I have shown you the different levels of reporting and the fantastic things. It's pre-built reports for payroll, HR, leave, training, equity, and skills development. It also includes statutory reports like the EMP 201, your UIF, your ARP5s, your employment equity EEA2, EEA4 reports. And you can also generate these reports per employee or per department or per company or per pay period. So the powerful filtering and sorting of these reports is you get fantastic filters to allow users to slice and dice data and actually drill down to the data that you are needing, maybe by date range or job title or regions. And reports can be grouped and sorted and subtotaled based on the business needs. Also, it's got Excel integration. So it exports directly into Excel, PDF, or CSV. You can use those orders for presentations or further data manipulation. You've also got a custom report writer. You can use the built-in report builder to design custom reports without needing coding skills, and you can add fields, formulas, filters, and branding. It's also useful for custom payslip layouts, employee lists, or salary benchmarking. So there's pivot table integration. So as you can see also here from the screen that I'm sharing you, there's a lot of pivots, there's datas, scheduler and automation. I have mentioned that you schedule your reports that you need to send at a certain time, and role-based security is extremely important as well. All right. So then there's dashboards, financial HR analysis, and I have mentioned more than 200 reports. So my next slide, I just quickly want to touch on the modules that I have mentioned before. So there you can see, first off, that is the core module. Sage 300 People starts with core. So it's salaries, wages, and leave is our core. We've got access control. It's deployed on-prem or in the cloud. It's got multi-currency and multi-language and multi-legislation. So added to that is the general ledger module that can be added. It is electronic journals with standard API integration. And that means it's in your integration into your accounting or your ERP system. So whatever accounting system you are using, we can actually integrate with the general ledger to that. Either it's direct, it's something like Sage 300 Accounting or Sage 200 Evolution, or then with an API if you use another accounting system. Then there's a budgeting module as well that comes with the Sage 300 product. There you can forecast costs for heads and actual costs versus your budget. If you want to employ people, for instance, personnel management, skills management, so you can work out the budgeting on that. Then also there's a job costing module. So if that splits employees' cost by multiple cost centers per position, we always say, for instance, it's in easier layman's terms, if you have different costs. So maybe you are working on a farm and your cost is 10 Rand if you're working on the apple farm, but tomorrow you need to work and go on the pear farm, and there your cost is 11 Rand per hour. Then you can actually split those costs up, and you can cost it according to the specific project that the employee has been working on. And also that employee can see that on their payslip as well. So you can show that job costing over there. So the next module is job profile management. So job profile management also goes hand in hand with your budgeting module. There you can define job descriptions. You can manage your positions. You can have organograms, succession planning. Together with job profiles, the fantastic thing about job profile is really you can create one profile. And when you need to employ somebody else that fits that specific job profile, you can just link them and define them to the job description, which also then again ties in with performance management. So when you've got the job profile management there on, and the performance management is aligned with the job profile, that can link in to that. It aligns with your company goals or employee goals, anything like that. And then in time with that, again, you can work out your development plans or your succession planning. So just that little leaf at the top, the equity management, I think we all know any company that has got more than 50 employees that need to submit their equity reporting, you can measure your equity targets with your actuals, you can pull down the reports, and you can submit those reports straight to the Department of Labor. The other one that I want to tell you about is a fantastic module, and I almost cannot imagine how companies can work without the personnel management module. We always say that is that your old-fashioned steel cabinet that get locked away in some other office. Now that is not needed anymore. This is your online HR file. There you can keep employee records. You can track disciplinaries. You can track training and development. Asset management, what that means is if you need to give your employees cell phones or access tags, or in the security industry, you get weapons or they get clothing or anything like that. That is where you will log that information. If you give them a laptop, you can actually log the serial number on this employee records and everything, all their disciplinaries, their next of kin information, their medical aid information, anything like that. So if you have an OID on site, maybe there's a problem, literally anywhere you can go into the personnel management file and you can pull up the employee's records, his health records, maybe allergies, and next of kin or something that happened to him. Also then on skills development, that is where you can plan and track all the training, and you can report on that. Training transactions, also once again fantastic when that ties in with the employee self-service, where the employee can actually go and upload their certificate if they did a certain training or anything like that. You can actually log it onto the employee self-service system as well. So now that takes me to the self-service portal. That is where, and I'm going to show you live on the actual system, the self-service portal. That's where the employees can go and apply for claims. They can apply for leave. They can download their pay slips. They can, you as a manager can have a job requisition. You can load it there. Once again, apply for leave electronically, and that works through a workflow process. So I want to just reiterate the factors. If an employee works on the self-service portal, it does not mean they are going to update anything in your payroll system. That will go through a workflow process, which means direct line will still need to go and approve something. I'm going to show you now a bit later at the end of this discussion quickly how the employee can actually interact and where an employer can go and approve or decline leave or claims or anything like that. So then just lastly, obviously that's some add-ons, reporting. You've got that. I have discussed the reporting features and dashboards we can also add on via APIs. There is just some asset management. I have mentioned that training transactions, it all ties in Sage self-service and with a workflow. There's obviously also with an ISV, we can have WhatsApp pay slips, document management, workflows, or third-party workflows or tools, anything that you can get with an API. So I have mentioned the different modules just now. So just to clear it out a little bit more and take away all the leaves and the trees, you have seen there the different modules. So the system is modular. You've got your salaries, wages, and the leave. That's your core modules. Then added to that is your general ledger, which is your interface within your accounting system. Job costing, we've mentioned all there for you. And then obviously the job profile management, the budgeting module, which ties in with job profile management. Your performance management is exactly what it says. Your skills is your skills development. Personnel management is what I've mentioned, is that your electronic HR file. Equity is for support for the submittance to the Department of Labor. Employee self-service. And then the other specialized add-ons via ISVs would be dashboards, onboarding, recruitment, WhatsApp payslips. So those are additional add-ons. Just want to quickly reiterate, your core payroll will be your salaries, wages, and leave. Nobody can do a payroll without those. And then the add-ons are the additional modules, which you've just already discussed and mentioned in the previous slide. Just quickly going forward now. I have mentioned APIs. So an API, obviously, that is something, if you have other products within your business already and you would like them to integrate into your payroll and HR and ESS system, there are those options. You can always just reach out to us and ask whether we do have obviously approved some APIs that can use, but if you've already got a system in your company that you would like to integrate, say for instance, a time and attendance system, anything like that, we can integrate that into your payroll software. Then just the deployment options, which I have also mentioned in the beginning of my presentation. Sage 300 People come in two options. So you've got an on-premise deployment. So the benefits of on-premise, it's obviously its data is local, it's in-house, but you need to have the IT infrastructure. And we work on a SQL database, and you can have your own extra protection. Fantastic thing about Sage Managed Cloud Services, and we refer to it as Sage 300 MCS. It is scalable, it's cost effective, and it's easier to use. Or not easier, but I mean the implementation is easier for us. There's 99.5% uptime, and the fantastic thing about cloud is you can work from anywhere, anytime. Also, we will do automatic backups daily, weekly, monthly, and you can keep your year-end figures for up to 5 years. And the system has got automatic updates. It's a secure, stable environment, and we do have the ISO certificate to prove that it's secure in the cloud environment. Like I have mentioned with the on-premise deployment, you can deploy it on-premise, but you would need to maintain the backups and the updates yourself. You would need to maintain your hardware and your IT infrastructure. It might become an expense, and there's a possibility of risk of breach of data. But also there's a hybrid solution, as I've also mentioned in the beginning of the webinar. If you already have some of your other systems in your own hosted cloud environment, we can also deploy on there. So just to summarize quickly, Sage 300 People, you can purchase either on-prem or MCS in the cloud. And then just lastly, I just want to mention quickly the support that we've got. We have the Sage knowledge base that you can obviously always contact to see what we've got. We've got the Sage City where the community people chat there. They can load stuff. We've got an in-app Sage City chat where you can chat with a consultant. You can log a ticket on your customer portal for support. You can phone us for support. And very, very valuable is our fantastic Sage partners. So they have various support options depending also on your partner. They have got telephone links, they've got emails, they've got WhatsApps. So anything like that, once you link up with a partner of Sage, an approved, accredited, certified partner, they are always there to assist you. So those are your different support channels. So you should never feel like you're alone. You're not supported. You're not assisted. There are really a vast amount of places where you can get assistance on support. Okay, great. So I think for we're running out of time. This took I was very quickly. So before we go to Q&A, I actually just quickly want to go share you my the Sage 300 People employee self-service. So if you just bear with me, I'm going to just sign into this. I hope you all can see my Sage self-service portal. We will have a Q&A at the end of the session. We'll have a poll where you can obviously mention if you want us to contact you for further information. So we will have that up in a couple of minutes. Just very, very quickly, we are running out of time. I just want to show you, this is the Sage 300 People product. That is the ESS Employee Self-Service. So obviously, you will have your employee's picture there. You can go and apply for leave at all the tabs. You can apply for leave. You can apply for claims. If your company does not do claims or anything, we will just not show it. Okay. The employee can go and have their personal details. They can go and update or request their personal details. If you want them not to be able to do that, this can be grayed out so they can view it, but they can't update it. Once again, payslip, just very quickly, just going to show you a payslip. You can password protect your payslip. So let's just say no for this moment. Let's see if this payslip is downloading for us. While that's downloading, I'll just quickly also show that's a fantastic place where your company can actually share company documents, company policies, anything like that. There's the payslip there you just popped up. So that's where you can see this is what the payslip will look like. Of course, you will have your own watermark. You'll have your own logo that is customizable, but the employee can go and download their payslips over there. Just quickly back to that. Free text flow is also fantastic. You can go and apply according to somebody. I'm not applying like Mr. Steven Spielberg, or if somebody does not have access to the employee self-service, you can go and apply on somebody else's behalf. You can go apply for promotion or an exit interview. All those documents can be documented, or a resignation. And this is also workflow empowered, so you will get a notification if you apply on behalf of somebody, and their direct line manager will get that notification. Once again, you can do your performance management, development plans, and all those kind of things. My details, you can see there, once again, bank details, family details, beneficiaries, and all those kind of things that you can apply on here. So I think we're running out of time. We've got 2 minutes left. So we really, really have to quickly go to the poll. Please let us know. If you need more information, we can obviously do a little bit more of an in-depth demonstration. We can show you the physical product. We can show you more about ESS. And it's really a quick overview, high level, just to get you interested. All right, so I think the poll is running. So if you want us to contact you, show you more, give you more information, in depth, we will come to your offices if you need us to come and see you. We can do quotations on the product, anything like that. Please let us know in the poll now. If you need us to contact you, we would love to do that. We've got a lot of sales consultants here at Sage, loving to just show you, and very, very, very excited about the product because we know it's one of the best in the market. Right, so we've got a couple of people still needing to vote for us on the poll there. Give us your information. While we're there, we also just want to obviously thank marketing to give us this opportunity, and thank you everybody once again for a coffee break. I hope you had a good coffee while in this half an hour watching this quick demonstration. I hope you learned something today. I hope you got a little bit more excited about what Sage 300 People and MCS is all about. We are here to answer your questions. We are here to help you. We will walk you through the whole process. Should your company consider moving to something else that's a little bit more robust, configurable, out there, that'll really make your life easier, save you time, and saving you money.